Boo, 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 boo. Go. Copy link. Put that in here. Boom. Right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to week 5, race 5 of VIL. Today we're at Germany. Got a lower amount of numbers today because obviously people have stuff with universities and everything. It's that time of year. But we'll get on with it, see what we can do with today. I'm joined here today by my co-commentator, Ivor Bryn Mike. If you want to say hi.
How is everyone doing? Hoping for a good race, even though there's only reduced numbers here tonight. Hoping they can put on a bit of a show for us.
Yeah, we've got quite the competitive lot here. Usually the midfield is quite fun to watch as well. I'll tell you what, this track map does come in handy. If I just look at the tyres, everyone's got fitted. There we go, and we will go. Has the Renault been released yet, or is that not?
I've seen pictures of it. It looks
Very Haas-like, I think.
yeah, it's pure black like the Haas is.
I think it's black and gold, isn't it? That's what I'm seeing.
Well, the Haas or the Renault?
The Renault this year. I think it's going to be black and gold. That's what I think.
Oh, I'm getting Lotus vibes from it. Back when Renault took the Lotus name.
That would be nice, I'll tell you that. So, we have got no one on their lap as such as Andreas does come across the line to start his lap. I'll tell you what, this first corner, if you hook it up, it's amazing. If you don't, it's horrendous. There's no in or out about it. But do you know what the strat is for today's race? I'm assuming it's a medium hard, but
Yeah, it's a medium hard.
sweet. So the soft runners, I'm assuming, aren't going to be setting incredible lap times. They'll just be running around. We do have we do have a new driver as well waiting in the wings. He's off to Australia, I think it is, for a couple of weeks, and then he'll be joining us. Do have a break week next week as well, so hopefully we can recruit some more drivers and get these numbers more consistent. Andreas does come around the last 2 corners. We'll see what time he can set now, and it's going to be a 1:13 flat. I think that's competitive. I think a 1:11 is a good time on the mediums. I'm not too sure.
I'd say 130. If you can squeeze another 2 or 3 times out of it,
Yeah.
you'll be golden inside the top 10, I reckon.
Yeah, we've got Young Lies as well with a 13.6. A 12.9 Paz definitely not pushing there. So you've got the 2 racing points.
He
It's
did
a mess
have
up.
all his ERS pretty much used up, so maybe he was
Yeah.
pushing. I mean, here's the thing, because there's only 12 races here tonight,
Yeah.
you're going to see some strange strategies. People opting for a 2-stop to get that bonus point. for the
Maybe,
fastest
yeah.
lap.
It's going to be very easy to get in that fastest lap, and I don't expect to see everyone finishing either tonight. We haven't had 100% finish rate on any race so far, so it'll be interesting. But a man to watch, Jonathan Cox, just coming over to set his first lap. He has been dominating this league so far, with a first, and I think a second, which is good 3 showings. The first one didn't actually count, so if it did, he would I think, being the lead of the championship.
We got Total P setting a 17.7. No, good lap from
Coming
Total
around
Peace.
again just to update that time, though. We'll see what he can do. 13.6. There we go. Sorting that out nicely. We have got the
Demons
Red
retire.
Bull. Oh, Demons out. I'm assuming he just wants the alternate strategy. Fresh tyres. Not sure what that's about, though. It's a very early retirement. And I didn't see any yellow flags either, so...
I did. They were in the pits, so he just retired in the pits.
Wasn't really
I'm not
feeling
sure.
qualifying.
As Jonathan Cox were a 11.1, a monstrous lap there.
Mind you, it is on the soft, so he might be running the 2-stop. He has used his ERS as well, so... I think our guy to watch tonight is Defo Andreas. I do know he likes this track, and he is very quick at it. So... These racing points are clinging to each other. They do not leave each other's side. Maz with a 14-1. We've got a bit of a confusion on who's going first.
Looks like we got the Mercedes of Jonathan Cox, who's probably coming into the pits to slap, and we got a Red Bull behind him of TNR.
Yeah, both coming in. I think this is going to be the most active qualifying session as it is an alternate, really. Almost like a one-shot qualifying for some drivers.
Oh, TNR is just giving up for a lap. So
Oh, that's interesting. Stay on board with him for this.
As he runs out wide on the exit of turn 1, gets invalidated straight away.
That's the problem with this. Yeah, and also Young Lights also invalidating there as well. It is a dodgy place, but...
Everyone out on the lap right now has invalidated their lap, so...
That's good to see. As we've got Laggy Racer starting a lap right now.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get through turn 1 without invalidating.
Ooh. Having a bit of a slide for it, but, you know.
Now, that's going to be an issue for these guys running on the soft tyres. After, like, the first 3 laps, they do start to die off.
And get it through turn 1.
Turn 1 is lethal enough as it is when you add in a bit of tyre wear.
Yeah, maybe they can make it work. I think quali I tend to find is a bit more dangerous on turn 1, but when you 3 laps in and...
I tend to think it's the other way around. I feel like got more grip to push in qualifying than in the race. Once you've worn your tyres out a bit, it becomes a lot easier for the back end to just step up on you.
I'm just gonna see the comments. Everyone pretty much saying they hate the first corner and they messed up their lap before it even started. Yeah, that's a corner cut and a half I've just seen by a Laggy Racer, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, we've got Paz on a lap at the moment. See if he can improve and push himself to compete for that number 1 spot. Yellow flags in sector 3, that would just be people starting their lap. As I think it's Kuba Guna on starting his lap as well. He's the only one who hasn't actually set. No, Dan Murphy hasn't either.
He is on an outlap though, Dan Murphy.
Yeah.
So...
We'll see what people can do. Is that One or Laggy who's just gone third. I'm not 100%
That's
sure.
TNR only. He's just improved to a 12.8 on the hard compound tires, so good luck there from him.
Danger with that, though, is he's improved, but they're 5 laps old already.
Yeah, he's
So,
probably just running a couple of laps on the hards, come in, chuck on the mediums.
yeah. He is running with the oldest tyres on the track at the moment. So I'm going to hop on with Guna, see what he can do.
Guna's actually got a purple middle sector right now, so this could be a decent lap, but he looks a bit cautious in the final sector, so you never know, and he's going to cross the line.
Third place.
12.7, sorry.
About 1.6 seconds off Jonathan Cox's time, which I do know he is an absolute monster. But it is at the moment a Mercedes and Red Bull rivalry going on here. It seems very much that way. I'm expecting Total P's to get into this mix. He's had 3 podiums in a row, so 2 seconds and a third, I think it is. He's second in the championship, just behind. Let me check. I think it actually changed again, unless he is leading the championship. Championship standings. Let's have a look. TNR Ole is our championship leader at the moment with 58 points. He's 7 points clear of Dan Murphy and Total P's, who are both on 51.
Speaking of Dan Murphy, he did go purple in sector 2, so just see what it is. He comes to the line, and it's going to be a 12.2 on the mediums.
That does look good. A very nice time there. I do want to know, though, these soft runners and some of these medium runs have been set quite early, if it's raining in the race. Or if we're going to have a dry race and these are running alternate.
I hope we have some changeable conditions, spice it up a bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe that is what maybe we will have changeable conditions for the first time to actually really see everything going on. Demon apparently retired to avoid laggy. Jonathan Cox also said it's a completely dry race. Okay. Interesting.
There goes our hopes and dreams out the window.
Yeah, that's it.
However, we are starting to see some people now in the pits chuck on a set of mediums. Those who did set their lap times on the hards.
Oh my god. I still love that Renault, even now. Like, I do think it's a very nice looking car.
Well, this year's Renault.
Yeah. I think next year's might be even better.
Well, hopefully their car can go better than it did last season.
Well, yeah, that's all reliability issues, though, that can be quite easily fixed.
To be honest, when it comes to this season, I'm hoping McLaren can get back on the more podiums and everything, give a real challenge to the top 3.
I'd like to see if McLaren or Mercedes or a team like that, one of the real, like, almost, I don't know, maybe one of the big teams just back off this season, just sort of not too bothered about 2020, really gun for 2021. Because I'm sure a couple teams will be doing that. I think Williams, probably like 19 years off the pace, will probably be really hoping that 2021 might be better.
Well, here's the thing. We know Mercedes isn't going to back off because they want to get Hamilton that 7th World Championship.
Yeah, I don't think he'll allow them to back off.
The question is, at what point in the season do they announce that as Lepa invalidates his lap just turning a little bit too early to turn 7?
Very unlucky.
I'm just wondering who Mercedes is going to announce as the number 2 driver at the Hamilton for 2021.
It's gonna be George Russell, isn't it?
Well, they got Ocon, haven't they, as
Oh
well to
yeah.
choose. To be honest, that's even saying if Hamilton decides to stay at Mercedes for 2021.
Yeah, he might go to Formula E. You never know. I've just had some
I mean, I'm not
stats
sure.
put in by
I'm not sure about Formula E, but
I think he will. He'll probably follow Toto. But Demon Racing's just put 27% of any type of a safety car and 75% chance of one at turn 1. I mean, we've had quite clean first laps here and there, so I don't know.
the thing is, what we're more likely to see right now is VSCs.
Yeah, highly
As
likely.
Webber, once again, turn 7, just turning in too early and invalidating.
Guna's just retired, thinking maybe invalidating that lap and just deciding that he will not be able to get in and out again. As we've got Laggy Race coming around on the soft, seeing if he can beat that time, which he can't quite do. He does improve though by like 0.05 of a second. Who else do we have on a lap? We have Young Lights on a lap, who is going to be our next guy across the line. If you guys want to put in the comments as well what car you think will really be the dark horse of next season, I will be reading that just after qualifying.
I think it's going to be McLaren.
I think Renault or Haas.
As Young Lights puts it into second with 11.4. Good lap.
That's a very nice lap there. Young Lights had a very horrible last race. It is very unfortunate for him, but
yeah, anyway, what I was going to say, I honestly think McLaren, after the massive step forward they made from 2018 to 2019, they're going to make another step forward again, I reckon.
Yeah, they could do.
Oh, the only thing is whether or not they're going to be close enough to the top 3 to really punish the likes of Ferrari if they make the same kind of mistakes again next season.
I think the reason Ferrari's livery has not changed is maybe they have been just trying to get strategies down. They've spent so much time learning strategies that they've decided we'll keep it as close as last year as possible.
I was going to say that's changed. There's less black on it now.
Has it? I don't notice these tiny details, but obviously the Red Bull's pretty much identical to last year. I do like the touches of the Mercedes though, with a Niki Lauda tribute.
Andrea puts into 4th for the 12.1 on the medium, so
that's very nice. Dan Murphy into 3rd with an 11.6. Gonna have the next one across the line is a racing point of Maz, who is going to keep it into 9th, just stay there. Then the next one across the line is going to be Total P's, then followed by TNL Ole, and then it'll be Jonathan Cox, who's already on pole position. He's putting up into 7th.
But he's immediately knocked back down into 8th by Owen, and I think Jonathan Cox might have just retired, seeing that no one was going to beat his time.
Yeah, I think he was confident there. But going into the race, this is your grid. Jonathan Cox in Young Lights, Dan Murphy, then Laggy Racer, then Andreas, then One Ole, then Guna, Total P's, Paz, Maz, Leopard, then Demon Racing rounds off the grid with no time at all. But I think there could be a couple dark horses. I think the medium runners are in for a shout as long as they can keep their nose clean in lap 1 and 2.
Well, here's the thing. The chances of safety cars now have been increased due to the safety car patch. The soft tyre is going to start to die off after like 3 laps or so. It's going to be very intriguing to see how they're able to cope with the lack of grip that they're going to have on those softs compared to the mediums.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see.
It's cloudy, so you never know. It could. If it's cloudy like this for the entire race, we could see a bit of rain,
drama.
even though it says it's going to be dry.
Yeah. I think we might see a retirement or a couple of wing breakages going into turn 1. It's probably, I would say, one of the more dangerous turns, apart from Monza, who everyone just kills each other at.
Oh, you're forgetting about Belgium as well with the Source.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Belgium is a brutal one, actually. But we go away. We've got Total P's just jumping off and almost running into the back of a Red Bull. I think the constructors' leaders at the moment is Haas and followed by Red Bull. Jonathan Cox did give Haas a bit of a boost, though, winning Japan in the Haas, so gave them a free 25 points there.
And Leber and Demon have opted for the medium compounds outside the top 10.
I'll be very interested to see what these two do at the back. If they just play it nice and slow and don't really do too much on the first lap and just chill. I think that might be the idea. I'll tell you what I'd love to see though on the next game is if people could just get sponsors on the helmets, just a bit more to them.
I don't know. Next game, I'm just hoping for the league race and the league's settings and everything to work.
Yeah, they introduced it and no one used it. It's highly unfortunate for them, really.
Yep, and also I would like to see Formula 3 introduced into the game.
That'd be interesting. Get yourself the free Premas. Just dominate with Prema, but yeah, I think...
Here's the thing, I mean, for anyone who actually plays career mode, you really want to come up from the bottom to the top. You see many people that start off with the worst cars, try to turn them into the best cars, then leave for a midfield team.
Yeah. Well, as we're about to get underway for the German Grand Prix, the 5th race of VIL, it's 5 red lights. And away we go for round 5 of VIL. Jonathan Cox gets away nicely as Dan Murphy puts pressure on I messed that up. But it looks pretty clean. We have had an extremely clean first lap. As Pease moves up into P7 over Guna. And we've got Paz making a move on Maz. Now that is fun to say.
We got Dan Murphy side by side with lights into the hairpin.
Oop, a bit of lag going on there, but Andreas down around the outside.
He's going to have the inside for the next corner.
And he's made that stick there.
And...
oh, that is an opportunistic move there by Oneole. But he's made it work very nicely there.
That was a cheeky little dive there from Oneole.
Just going to have a quick look at who the biggest winners and losers are. from the start. So we've got the top two obviously staying the same. Andreas and One making up 2 places. Dan and Laggy losing 2. And then we've got +1 for total P's, Paz, Maz, +2 for Demon. Peas is out of the race, going through turn 1. That was always expected, and that's a safety car there. There we go. I wouldn't say that safety car is needed, but I'm not sure Jonathan Cox is going to be too happy about it. That's really gonna.
Actually, I think he might be very happy about it.
Well, strategy-wise, maybe, but I think he was running away a bit.
I mean, he definitely had the gap to Lights, but it was only going to be like 2 more laps before Andreas started to pull in there.
So we have got everyone's actually kept their nose clean, which is good as well. So no wing damage for anyone. Young Light's coming into the pits already to change his set of tyres. He's going to be going. Oh, we've got a couple people coming into the pits. Dan Murphy, Laggy, and Paz all coming into the pits.
All the soft tyre runners.
The only soft tyre runner I think still out is Jonathan Cox.
And Guna.
Yes, the 2 marks.
And this is not going to be good for Jonathan Cox, because when the safety car goes in, his tyres are going to be completely gone.
Yeah.
Compared to the mediums. The mediums are definitely going to be the faster tyre once the safety car comes in.
You can see Andreas weaving so much on that back straight there, keeping his tyres warm. He wants that first place.
Jonathan Cox as well. It's not like he would come out in the midfield. He would be all the way at the back.
You never know.
Some distance behind.
Yeah. He might be trying to take these to probably lap 7 or so and just seeing what he can do. Oh, we have almost had contact there with One and Andreas.
One does need to be careful, because it is an instant 5-second time penalty for it, which will be served in the pits if contact is made on the safety car.
And if the field is this close, that's going to lose over 5 seconds in the grand scheme of the race. It will look at more 15, probably, getting through the rest of the pack. We've got Guna coming into the pits now as well. Deciding it's probably best.
Maz really holding up everyone in that penultimate corner there.
We've got Demon, actually, who's come right from the back all the way to 5th place. So I would arguably say he's the biggest winner here today. We've got Paz, who's actually pitted onto the hard tyres, maybe knowing something.
Demon is the biggest winner, up 7 places.
Very impressive there for the Williams driver.
Then you got Maz, who started just ahead of him, getting up 6 places. And then Leper, who's managed to get up 5 places.
So we're looking, the guys who started from the back are really doing well at the moment. I think the safety car is going to be in this lap as well, so we'll be seeing if Jonathan Cox can keep his first place coming off the restart, or if he does anything special. He does have to... Oh, that is very, very close. Andreas almost running into the back of Jonathan Cox, which would have been disastrous for him.
Safety car is in this lap, so This is going to be interesting, and I have noticed that Leper, he is lagging around a bit, so Lights really needs to be careful when having a little look at Leper. As
They're
Jonathan is really
going
backing up
very, very slow now.
Yeah, he is really backing up this pack. And now he's gone.
That's a good start for him, really. I'm wondering if there's going to be any incidents going through the first corner. He's managed to gain half a second. We're going to have anything happen go through the first corner. I think... Oh, Paz running extremely wide. But nothing's really happened off this safety car restart. We've got Guna right at the back of Paz, though. He's going to be looking to get past him as soon as possible. But I think the best thing for Andreas to do right now is just to sit in the gap there, just to let Jonathan pull him along. God, I'm struggling with my words today. Young Lights overtaken Leper. Leper is all over the pace at the moment.
He's been overtaken by Lucky Racer
and Dan Murphy as well coming past. I'm not 100% sure what's happening with him. He just seems to be getting ghosted through. That's not the nicest thing to look at, but
if you go on board with it, oh no, he's in the gravel and he's on the grass and he spun it, but he has kept it out of the wall, which is good for him. But just going too deep into turn 11, and
we've got the Jonathan Cox is out of the race. Jonathan Cox is out of the race, and so is Young Lights. That's two guys out of turn 1 now.
I did say at the beginning of the race, oh, soft tyres, once you got a bit of tyre wear on them, turn 1 is going to be a nightmare.
He's really struggled there. That's really unfortunate for those two drivers.
Everyone in the chat, hashtag Mystic Mike.
That's another safety car. Jesus. I think this could be safety car central. This is second safety car in 6 laps. At this rate, we're going to have no one left. We could be finishing at midnight. Young Lights has left the session. That turn 1 is so unforgiving, it's unreal. But this really does open up the championship, really. One is our championship leader. See if he could extend that out. Maz is actually on the podium at the moment.
It's in the pits.
Maz has got a 3-second corner cutting penalty under the safety car. Now that's impressive. I wonder what Andreas is going to... I think Andreas is switching on to the mediums. So I think what he's doing is predicting there's going to be another safety car.
Well, here's the thing. Now he's chucked on a fresh set of mediums. He does have the option to go to wherever tyre now that he wants.
Yeah.
But he would be foolish to try and take the softs. But fresh hards at the end of the race could be key for him.
It's interesting he hasn't tried to go to the hards yet, though, and just try and run them as long as possible.
I mean, the hards are not going to take you all the way to the end, I don't think.
No. Not over 28 laps. As we've got in the comments, Norwegian 1-3. There's some of these guys really do play on the nationalities. But ooh. As we've got Mazin P2. I wonder how he's feeling. This is the highest he's actually been this season even though it is under the safety car and some guys have pitted. He is
I mean, we got
in,
Demon in first.
which is, these two have had a brilliant start, really.
I'm just going to say, Williams has never been so high.
No. Well, 2016, was it? 2015?
Sorry, a Rocket Williams.
Okay. A Rocket Williams couldn't dream of this.
They have never seen the likes of a podium before as a Rocket Williams.
I think Claire will have a heart attack when she sees what position this car is in.
Well, as long as these guys keep it on track, they're all guaranteed a point, shouldn't
Yeah, 2 points at the minimum, it is. Just wondering if someone's going to be going for the fastest lap, because Jonathan Cox does actually hold it at the moment, so... As he is being pushed, he hasn't finished, so he will be losing that fastest lap point.
He's outside the top 10 anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, got 11th. Well,
It's unfortunate, he might have been able to keep that fastest lap if he just managed to crawl like a few inches forward, a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he would have. I think it's gonna get quicker. It seems like it's getting brighter actually. So, don't know if that's just me or it actually is. So,
I'm going on board with Demon Racing.
see,
Getting ready for the safety car restart, and
One really just breaking scene. This is a nice camera angle right now, sitting on the front wing of Demon Racing. Not as good a restart as Jonathan did from One. Still getting the 5/10 though. Let's see if anything happens. Maz getting another 3-second time penalty, and Paz getting a bit wobbly there. Almost with a bit of oversteer.
And a little look down the inside of Paz.
Is he gonna make that work? Obviously,
they might have a run into the hairpin, so I'll stay on board.
We are on lap 9, and these guys haven't seen DRS yet. As we've got
up ahead,
Dan Murphy. Yeah, he's not going to make it stick. We've got Andreas making a move on Guna though. Is he going to make it stick around the outside? Yes, he will. He's got that done and dusted. We are going to be seeing Andreas on a charge right now, so I would keep an eye on him. As Maz's 5/10 just lost a 10th there. We've got Andreas right up the back of the Alpha. He is going to be moving on people here. This is a beautiful camera angle. That'll be a warning there though. Let's see if we can... He's going to try and make a move into turn 1. This is... That's something else. He's got it done. Leper's managed to grab himself a 3-second warning. Well, 3-second penalty, sorry. Dan Murphy right at the back of Laggy Racer. See if he can make the move going into the hairpin. We've also got Demon Racing at the back of Maz. I'm sure he'll try for the move. He's just a bit too far back. Dan Murphy almost goes into the back.
Straight into the back of him. He misjudged that big time. And
Andreas is right on the back of Dan Murphy now.
Ollie has just picked himself up a penalty as we got Demon trying to go around the outside, which will turn the inside.
That's impressive. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Maz keeping it though. That is very, very nice racing from the two of them going side by side there. I think Demon's going to be wanting to get past Maz and really start trying to push One, but can't do that yet. DRS isn't enabled for the first time in this race. We are going to see everyone come round the first turn. Is anything going to happen? No. Everyone seems to have kept it clean. I think everyone's just got used to it now. As we are going to see Demon Racing get the DRS on Maz, who I think he will get this done. Surely. Going into this hairpin, he is going to... He's going around the outside. He's going to be squeezed onto the curb. Yes, he is. Which just isn't going to give him the traction there. He's going to send it. No, he's not. But we do have Andreas still on the back of Dan Murphy, not being able to make the move. There is a bit of a DRS train there going on now.
Yeah, what's happening right now? Maz is... Demon is going
there was a bit of contact there.
Contact, and Demon's in the gravel.
I'm not sure if that's Maz pushing him in or... But we'll probably see that later on in the steward's report if that does go in. But we do have Laggy Racer right on the back of Maz now.
Yeah, and this will be fantastic for the Red Bull in the constructors because all they out in the lead. Laggy Racer on the back of...
Andreas trying to make the move on Dan Murphy though. Let's see if he can make this move stick, because we've got Laggy going on the outside. We've got two overtakes. Maz getting overtaken there by Laggy Racer, and Andreas has got past Dan Murphy for the second time this race. Well, we are about to probably see Andreas go for Maz as well very, very soon, so I'm going to stay on board. It's a nice four-way battle actually for second place. I think we've really got some drivers who are really smashing it tonight.
Andreas gets a better run. He's going to have a look around the outside.
Is he going to make this stick? He is. That's impressive. That's another good move there by Andreas. That's him up into... Yep, that's him up into third place. Dan Murphy getting a much better run.
He's got an absolute beast of a run as Dan Murphy, and he's already pretty much side by side with Maz on the run down into the hairpin.
Is he going to make this stick? Demon Racing going past Paz. Dan Murphy getting the run. Is he going to make it stick? Maz massively cutting that and losing the position. That's another free. Oh, he has outbraked himself. That's a 5-second penalty there as well. I'm not 100% what that was. I think it was just a desperate lunge back for the position, or completely misjudging his braking zone. Scary things there though. Very scary moments there, especially for Dan Murphy.
Yep. Dan Murphy's entire race must have flashed before his eyes right there.
I think a bit of poo may have come out as well, honestly.
Meanwhile, Andrea is right on the back of Lucky Racers. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and it looks like it's going to be for Maz, who spun it. He spun it on the exit of turn 1.
Who spun it?
Maz.
Oh, has he? This race is...
front wing damage.
And he's leaving the session. We've got Laggy Racer has been overtaken now by...
I will say this, so we are starting to get the pit stop window for the mediums.
Maz could just take this back to the pits, and if he's going to retire, just do it there so we don't get another safety car out, which I'm assuming is what's going to happen. Actually, to be honest, I don't think he will. He's got points guaranteed. We've got One coming into the pits now. Let's see what he can do. Andreas is obviously going to run on even further. Laggy Racer going on it as well. Oh, bit of a slide there. One's coming out onto the hards pass, picking up a 3-second time penalty. One coming out in front of Leper, which is good for him. We've got yellow flags in sector 3, which is Maz just limping around the track, really. But we do have Andreas. Then just being followed by the two, the Red Bull and the Haas. And Goon is just chilling behind Paz at the moment, but not much to be said on the race at the moment.
Maz is only just come out of the pits now, so that is a huge amount of time he has lost.
Yeah, he was actually in this battle as well. He's lost 3/4 of a lap, really. That's kind of big.
He's pretty much lost an entire sector.
Well, 2 sectors, really. But we have got Andreas now pulling away. He's outside the 1 second gap. He's done that just before Laggy Racer could get the DRS, which is going to open up an overtaking opportunity for Dan Murphy, who is going to get it done. Dan Murphy just casually going past Laggy Racer. Just flexing the muscles of the Haas a bit. We've got One.
Trying around the outside of One, but not able to get it done.
As we've got Paz is up next for One. Jonathan Cox has left the session as well. But One is catching massively on Paz. Where is he? Is he going to make this move now? Maz picking up another 5-second penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Again. He's retired from the session. Paz went off into the gravel there.
I don't get Maz's logic there. He had 2 points in the bag.
I'm sure. I just don't think he's bothered anymore. I think he's just had enough today. But only going past Demon, who is in the pits.
For a bit of a snap in turn 1, and that's it. Going straight past it.
And Maz's car has come back out, which is a glitch they really do need to fix. I think if you retire in the pits, you should be staying in the pits, not retiring at turn 2. But as long as safety car didn't come out, that's all right. Else that would have really messed up Andreas and Dan Murphy.
It could be worse. I mean, I got absolutely done by that before.
Yeah, it's...
At a race in Mexico, ghosting was turned off. Car coming out of the pits now, he's just retired. Comes out straight in front of me, takes me out of the race.
Retiring cars need to really be fixed, honestly. They do just pull off. They don't care. But I'll tell you one track, though, that I'm actually really surprised that hasn't had more massive incidents with a pit lane exit, and that's Monaco. I'm really surprised there hasn't been a massive accident coming out of the pits there.
I mean, I would also say Singapore as well.
Yeah.
And potentially Abu Dhabi. Oh, as Paz has lost the back end.
Oh, really struggling to keep that car under control right now. He's on 15 lap old hard, so...
Yeah, what I was going to say about the pit lane, and Abu Dhabi is another one that could be potentially cause some problems, because it just comes back out onto the middle of turn 2.
think you've got the safest one has got to be Brazil. I think honestly, they've got the car building up speed and before they are even allowed on, and they come back onto a straight as well.
I don't know. I'd say Belgium's pretty
Oh,
safe.
Laggy Racer is out of the race. That's another retirement into turn
And
one.
turn one.
That's a virtual safety car as well. VSC, that's 8 drivers left. No, not even. 7 drivers left.
Yeah, I was going to say Belgium and Austria and Monza are 3 safer tracks for the pit release.
Yeah. Monza's been dodgy though, just because obviously you've got the opportunity of people testing each other into the braking zone. But
what happens if everyone retires?
I think we should get 25 points. We should be put into the constructors' battle as well.
Well, team comms.
Yeah. We've got Laggy Racer leaving the session as well. This race does seem to be getting a potential of going very difficult to commentate over though. Because
yeah, unfortunately we're starting to see some gaps as well. The closest battle we actually have on track is Dan Murphy and Andreas, and that's just under 1.6 seconds, 1.7.
I think honestly this is the point where we should just start a podcast. Hit the wall at 3 kilometers per hour. Wheel came off. That's extremely unfortunate. I don't know why the tyre barriers just seem to steal your tyres and add them, really. But
I've
yeah,
had that happen to me as well many times.
I think it's on the angle and everything, but
It is. It's all to do with the angle. It doesn't matter about speed. As Dan Murphy is into the pits, 17 laps he done on those mediums, so a good job there from him.
that's impressive. Andreas is coming up to the drop-off points. That's Demon Racing going for a little bit of a spin.
That's interesting. Dan going for
the mediums. He did start on the softs, so he can do it. Which
yeah, he did.
Could actually really threaten Andreas for the win. That's made this race interesting. Because he was only 1 second behind him. I'm not sure what the penalty situation's looking like. But that does put him in a very nice position.
Andreas now, right, he's going to have to take those tyres quite a little bit further. And I think thinking here is to pit onto the softs at the end.
Yeah.
But in doing that, he is going to drop behind Dan Murphy and behind Ole.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Actually, One is actually in the net P1 of this race. By quite a way, actually. By a solid 7 seconds.
Yeah, but Dan's going to be
gaining quickly. We've got 3 potential winners at this race.
I know One does have 1 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
That I did see come up.
So this could make this race a bit more interesting to what it has been. Demon Racing just changing his Williams into a bit of a lawnmower. Yeah. All these guys are going to get points. I haven't seen another fastest lap come up yet, but I'm not sure if I've missed it.
No, fastest lap is still with Jonathan Cox. It's just a shame that he DNF'd and he finished 11th.
Yeah. If we look at the track map, every single driver is so spaced out. It's unfortunately. Oh, we've got Paz just deciding to mess up a little bit. I don't know what happened there, but Demon Racing has gone up into 4th place.
Yeah, but Paz is probably going to be pitting now at the end of this lap.
He's on 19 lap old hards. This Dan Murphy does go fastest now. He has set the fastest lap of the race with a 14.7.
Sorry, Jonathan, no bonus point for you.
Yeah.
And here
So
goes Paz into the pits.
is he going to come out in front of his teammate or not? That's, I think, one of the more exciting things that I could pay attention to right now.
It's going to be close. No,
Are we
he
gonna
gets
have...
ahead.
Damn, I wanted to see side-by-side alphas. That would have been nice. Yeah. We've got 7 races left. This is our highest DNF count of the season, with 5 DNFs.
Well, this one is starting to turn into a bit of a snooze fest.
Yeah. I think we should start talking about the 2020 season until the end of this race, really, or until it starts getting exciting again. So, what do you think a surprise livery could be? Because at the moment, for me, it's Red Bull, no Renault.
Well, the Renault... Oh, it's Lever spun it on the curb.
Oh.
But not good for him. Lever was actually closing in on Paz. So that's just
unfortunate,
the one potential battle we could have had.
I think they're doing this on purpose now.
Well, I reckon we could cut to a short commercial break. Have you had an accident at work lately?
Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see what the Alpha looks like. Because I think, actually, 2021, are they losing the Alpha Sauber? So
you got to say which Alpha now.
Oh, fuck. The Alpha Sauber. But actually, to be fair, saying that, the Alpha Tauri, I am really looking forward to their release date, because...
Yeah, I am as well. I want to see what that car is going to look like.
I actually did some research on Alpha Tauri, because I had no idea what they were about. But it's actually... Fun fact for everyone. Yeah. Had no idea. So that's just Red Bull advertising again in another really smart way.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole colour scheme for the Toro Rosso has been, I think, Red Bull lights.
Yeah, like, it has, I think.
Brandon?
Yes, it has.
Like this sugar-free Red Bull or something like that.
Yeah. I think as well, what's it? Toro Rosso, I think, if I'm correct, means Red Bull in Italian.
Yep.
So they're always on it, aren't they, really? Red Bull are. Probably
I'll tell you what, something that we could discuss. Who would potentially be looking to come back into Formula 1?
Hulkenberg.
No, not drivers, I'm about teams.
Oh, teams, okay. I'd like to see...
It's becoming more popular in America now, so you could potentially see Ford or someone like that.
You could see Chevrolet come in.
Chevrolet,
I can see Chevrolet taking over Haas. That's something I could see happening. I'd be interested to see if Subaru would ever come back as well. They had a bit of a shoddy era in Formula One, but you never know, they could come back. Who else? I'd like to see Porsche, but I think they're going for Formula E.
I'd like to see Jaguar.
I don't think they have the money, do they? So.
I mean, they're in Formula E.
Yeah, that's true. Who else?
Andreas into the pits now, so...
Actually, Aston Martin are coming into Formula One for 2021, yep. Aren't they? Because they're taking over Racing Point. Is it going to be Aston Martin Racing Point, or is it just going to be Aston Martin Racing?
I don't know. I mean, Lawrence Stroll has just bought it out, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to still have the ownership of...
The big question is, are Aston Martin going to be producing their own engines? Because there was a rumour about that for Red Bull a couple of years back.
Yeah, I think as well there was a rumour about Red Bull and Aston Martin making a team. Well, an actual road car, sorry. Which has been very interesting. We've got Macau saying BMW should come back, which would be, yeah,
not a bad show.
Interesting. I mean, BMW Sauber when Alpha go, because Williams, obviously, yeah, you could. Williams need it. Williams massively need a title sponsor, because I'm being honest, Rocket isn't the one.
Well, speaking of Rocket, Andreas closing in on Dan Murphy now, like an absolute rocket.
Yeah, I did actually. We were talking about this. I hadn't noticed he'd even pitted. But he's going to be getting past.
I mentioned it.
Well, he's going to be in the DRS zone at the end of this lap. He's set for purple sector 1 as well, so he will probably go fastest lap. We'll stay on board with this at the moment and just see Andreas's charge. See if he's got 6 laps to do it. I think he could.
Ole does have that 3-second time penalty, so
yeah, which is big really. Now could lose him 2 positions. It's gonna keep. He's gonna be on the podium no matter what. There's such a big gap between the other ones, but
what Ole needs is Dan Murphy to absolutely fight this for all he's got.
I do have a feeling he will.
While Andreas has the tyre advantage, Dan Murphy needs to battle it.
Oh,
he's going around the outside and
Dan Murphy's not.
Dan actually just let him go.
Yeah, I don't think he was up for the battle. I think he's just playing for the points. I think he knew Andreas was going to get past very easily.
As Andreas goes deeper actually into turn 2, and
he did claim the fastest lap there though, so. But I think again he set the fastest first sector again, so he's just going quicker and quicker. But he's now almost within the 3 seconds. I think Dan Murphy's playing so he can get towed towards One. So he's playing for that second place.
It's a smart shout, especially considering that Andreas' tyres are going to be worn at the end of this race, so he could come back at him.
Yeah, he managed to take the other medium 17 laps, so I'm sure these are looking quite nice for him, but he has fallen out of the DRS, so now obviously it's going to be
the tyres. That's just
sauce. I bet Andreas must feel incredible going around right now. But he's going to set another fastest lap here with 1:13.6.
I'll tell you what, one team that could come back, Toyota.
See, I miss Toyota. And there's a reason why. I thought they were always good in the midfield, weren't they? And you could always spot them as well. I always thought a good red and white, just chilling. But
I'll tell you what then. 5 teams you would like to see come back into F1.
5 teams. Well, BMW's been brought up. BMW definitely. I would like to see maybe a Japanese company come in, like Subaru or Honda have their own car. That would be interesting. Rather than just making the engines, maybe bring their own in.
Well, they used to have their own.
Yeah, it wasn't. It got taken over by Braun, I think, and then got made into Mercedes. And there maybe I'd like to see Chevrolet or Ford, one of the 2 big American companies. Maybe Chevrolet and Ford, actually. I'd like to see a 24 car grid. That'd be incredible. Especially teams that could just let Williams have a fight. We need like another Marussia HRT battle. Maybe...
Well, you said Porsche earlier.
Yeah, Porsche. I think they'd have some really nice car designs as well. I can see them as a bit of a black and gold. See, I would say Lamborghini or something like that, but I don't think they make the money for it.
Well, they are owned by Audi now,
Yeah.
so...
We're saying that Volkswagen could be an incredible team, because they earn how much they get a year. Like, gee, they could really push. Be a weird car to see on the grid though.
I'll tell you what mine would be. So obviously Jaguars, I already mentioned it earlier. Ford would be another one I'd like to see come back.
Yeah.
I would love to see Toyota come back. I personally would like to see the return of Mana.
They were a rocket on straight lines, like.
Just because I feel like that team had so much promise and it just got snatched away before it could happen. But we got Andreas on the back of Ole now.
As Guna picks up another 3-second time penalty, is yellow flagged in sector 1. That is Paz having a little donut session.
And I would also like to see Koenigsegg.
That'd be very interesting.
Maybe a title sponsor with Sauber after Alfa Romeo, maybe, because you're both Swedish.
Yeah, I think that could be a shout, but they would definitely be black and red or something. I can see that. Oh, really almost going into the back of One there. Will he have... He has
DRS.
DRS.
Need to make this move. He doesn't need to.
No, I think he does want to win it on track, though. That is, I think it's a pride thing more than anything. He's not going to send it here, though, but he's going to try and get it for the next lap.
But here's the thing, I mean, Ole is going to have DRS in the car ahead of him now, the lap car of Leber.
He's going to make the move. He's going to go for the outside. It's not going to work, though. Leper pulling out the way. Andres is all over the back. One can't afford to fight too much, though. He's only 5 tenths in front of 3rd place in the grand scheme of things. I think the smart thing to do is not battle on the next straight and just forfeit the win on track, but I don't think that will happen. As he's had a better run.
On the final lap.
Here we go. As we're going to have Dan massively pushing as well to try and get that 5 tenths down. Only having a
ERS.
better.
They're all spent. All 3 of them are spent on the ERS.
These 2 are still running 4-4. I think Andreas is going to send it going into the hairpin. He's going to make the move work.
Oh,
Andreas into the lead on the final lap of the race. I think that is really all she wrote for this race. Yeah, One's not going to go back for it. Yeah.
I think One was looking for the switchback, but Andreas done well to not.
Yeah, he
allow
really
the
just
switchback.
kept it there. But as we come around the final 4 corners, the final 2 now, and the final corner, your winner today is going to be Andreas. Second win of the season, then TNR Ole, and then it will be Dan Murphy.
3
Then a
tenths.
massive gap between. So Dan Murphy almost got it down, but not quite enough. And we've got Demon Racing coming across the line in 4th place. And then another huge gap as well over to Guna, then Paz as well. But yeah, this has been the German Grand Prix. It was interesting at times. I think.
Hopefully, get a couple of German constructors coming into Formula One in the next couple of years.
Maybe we can bring the Nürburgring back.
I did love the Nürburgring.
I'll tell you what though, Malaysia would be nice to see back. Korea would be nice to see back.
And India.
Yeah, honestly, they would all be so nice to see back.
And Turkey.
I'd like to see Valencia as well. But
I mean,
as
Valencia was a bit boring, but we'll allow it.
That is our race for today in the German Grand Prix. If you did enjoy, we will be streaming again in 2 weeks' time for the 6th round, as next week is a break. So I will see you guys then. Bye.